Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to GTEC 2026 Public Economic Conference. And for that, please, the conference is open. Give it a big round of applause. To do the actual opening and formalities of the conference is the head of GTEC. Most of you may not, she may not be a stranger to you, but some will be meeting her for the very first time. She does this every year when we gather here to set the scene and welcome every guest that is with us here. Ladies and gentlemen, she's here to give us an opening welcome. Please put your hands together for the head of GTEC, Ronette Angela. Thank you, Ronette.
So, is the speaker on? My first word is to say welcome. Welcome to all of you that are here, all of you that are here in the venue with us. We're going to be seeing a lot of each other over the next 3 days. But also welcome to those that have registered online. We have over 900 people that have registered for this conference online. And as you will hear during the course of this conference, it's from many, many countries internationally, civil servants here in South Africa, academics, NGOs, and of course, a number of students. So you are most welcome to join us in this 3 days of work. We look forward to hearing from you as much as I hope you look forward to hearing from our esteemed speakers. But let me sketch a little bit of background to say to you that 10 years ago, in 2016, GTEC embarked on what was then a modest but ambitious initiative. The aim was to strengthen graduate training and research in public economics and public policy through capacity building, research and a bursary program. The idea was simple: to invest in young economists, policymakers, and public servants who would help to shape the future of South Africa. A decade later, where we are now, it's remarkable to reflect on how far that vision has come. What began as the Public Economics and Public Policy Capacity Building Initiative, championed by my ex-boss, Andrew Donaldson, this has now evolved into one of GTEC's flagship programs. Today, we gather here for the 9th Public Economics Conference, bringing together students, academics, researchers, policymakers, and practitioners from across the country and internationally. Perhaps the greatest success of the initiative is not the conferences we have hosted, but the people whose careers we have helped to launch. Between 2016 and 2019, with the support of donor fundings from Global Affairs Canada, the program funded 20 students to complete their master's degrees in economics and provided opportunities for those graduates to gain practical experience through a 2-year internship at National Treasury. This year, we invited those bursars back, and last night many of them joined the 70 students attending this year's event, creating an opportunity for current and former participants to connect and share experiences and reflect on their professional journeys. And I do think it was beautiful to hear some of the people speaking last night. I hope you share that with me. Indeed, it was a reminder that the investment in people matter. Of the 20 bursars, 11 remain in the National Treasury family space. Others have gone on to contribute at the Competition Commission, the Development Bank of South Africa, Investec, Standard Bank, and University of the Witwatersrand. Their careers are a testament to what can happen when talented young people are given the opportunities to learn, to grow, and to contribute. Over the years, each conference has focused on a different public policy challenge. We have explored topics such as tax design for inclusive growth, education economics, the impact of COVID-19, infrastructure investment, and the growing role of technology and data in policy making. Although the themes have changed, the underlying question remained the same. How do we grow the economy while expanding opportunities and improving the lives of South Africans? When this initiative was launched a decade ago, Its purpose was to invest in young economists and public servants. It's therefore fitting that 10 years later, we are gathered to discuss one of the most important challenges facing South Africa's young people. The choice of youth employment as this year's theme was therefore not accidental. South Africa's unemployment challenge remains one of the most significant barriers to inclusive growth and social progress. While unemployment affects households and communities across the country, it's young people who continue to bear the greatest burden. Too many young South Africans are unable to find a pathway into meaningful economic participation. Despite improvements in educational attainments and substantial public investment in programs aimed at supporting employment. At the same time, the youth unemployment is not a challenge that can only be understood through statistics alone. It raises important questions about the nature of the economy, its ability to create jobs, the effectiveness of our institutions, and whether our policy responses are aligned with the realities of the market. This year's conference has therefore been deliberately designed to move beyond simple explanation and easy answers. That is not what we ever do in Treasury, I'd like to say. The Treasury family. We begin with evidence and measurement of unemployment, examine the broader economic conditions that influence employment outcomes, and then turn to programs and interventions aimed at improving opportunities for young people. This year's theme, Counting the Crisis, Data, Evidence and Solutions for Youth Unemployment in South Africa, reflects our belief that good policy starts with good understanding of the problem. Before we debate solutions, before we jump to that, we need to understand the nature of the challenge. Over the next 3 days, we will explore what the data tells us, what they may be missing, how the economy creates jobs, and what evidence exists on the programs and interventions designed to support employment. As we begin this conference, I'd like to encourage all delegates, particularly our students and young professionals in the room and online, to participate actively, engage with the speakers, ask the difficult questions, and learn from each other. The challenge we face are complex, but so too is the talent, experience, and commitment gathered in this room. We are delighted to welcome you to the 2026 Public Economics Conference, and I wish you 3 days of stimulating discussion and engagement. Thank you. I'm now going to move on to the first part of our agenda, to the first part of our program today, and to welcome in a virtual way the Minister of Finance. So it's my great honor to introduce the Minister of Finance. While the Minister is unable to join us in person today, he has taken the time to prepare a special recorded message for this conference. As the steward of our nation's fiscal policy and a key voice in shaping economic growth, investment, and sustainable development, the Minister plays a pivotal role in guiding South Africa through both challenges and opportunities in an evolving global economy. His leadership and insights continue to inform important conversations about prosperity, inclusion, and economic resilience.